And now, the G Show, or what Austin refers to as the Joshua Screen Reader, aka Commentary Screen Reader. And if you're me, the Confused Screen Reader. This is a segment dedicated to some new feature of the great Commentary Screen Reader. And now for this week's episode, here's your new feature of the Commentary Screen Reader. And now, turning on to our Commentary Screen Reader segment, Kareen brings us another entry in this series. Kareen?
Today I will talk about the additional timer-related sound effects and the answer and end call functions that were added in the most recent G-Show stable version released on May 1, 2024. The additional timer-related sound effects are used in preset timer and in the stopwatch. You create a folder called timer in the sound scheme that you are using. Inside it, you add a folder called minute and a folder called hour. You use the same structure that is used in the clock additional sound effects. So you add in the minute from 0 to 59, like 0, 1, 2, 3, and in the hour from 0 to 23. Let's see. I'll go to CX File Explorer.
CX File Explorer. CX File Explorer.
I will open the G-Show main folder, which is in Chinese.
Toggle selection. ACR-phone.zip. Top 21 items.
And I'll open the sound folder, sounds folder.
Note currently playing track 8. Note 7. Top. Toggle resources 10. Top. Sounds 6 items.
Then the sound scheme that I'm using right now, which is G-Show Mix, it was shared by Master B before in the G-Show English group.
Sounds 150. G-Show Mix 140 items.
I already created a folder called Timer here.
Timer 2 items.
Inside it,
Hour 24 items. Minute 6. Toggle selection.
those are the clock effects that are in the Balakrishnan 2.0 sound scheme. I used those in the clock-related sound effects demo. Now let's go quickly to the G-Show settings.
Main menu. G-Show settings. Feedback settings. G-Show Plus. More. Tools. Advanced settings.
Advanced settings.
Operation. Article reading mode set. Timer settings.
And timer settings.
Timer settings. Active hours 8. Announce with speech. Timer interval 1 minute.
Timer interval, which is after how many minutes should G-Show speak. When you're using a stopwatch, this will mean that now I set this to 1 minute. So after each minute, it will tell me the past time. So it will be 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, like that. And if I'm using the preset timer, after each minute, it will tell me what I asked it to say after each minute. I specify this from
Preset time. Default action. Or preset timer announcement settings. Elapsed time. Remaining time. Current time.
preset timer announcement settings. And I specified the elapsed time, remaining time, and the current time. So after each minute, it will tell me elapsed time, remaining time, and current time. If there are sounds available in the timer, it will use those sounds and it will not talk. So they will be used instead of the speech. And for the current time, it will use the clock related sound effects. So it will use the sound effects that are in the clock folder for the current time. Let's enable a 3 minutes timer now.
Main menu. Timer settings. Preset timer. 0 hours, 3 minutes. Label.
Enable timer.
1, 2,
It's 22. 41.
So it used the 1 minute, because here we have 0 hours and 1 minute. And it then played the sound of the 2 minutes, because it's the remaining time. And then it played the sounds from the clock folder, which are for the current hour and minute.
CX
2.
minute 62 items.
1.
It's 22. 42.
You have to pay attention to something, that if it doesn't find the sound related to the remaining time, it will only play the sound related to the elapsed time, and it will not play anything else, and it will not announce the speech as well. But if it doesn't find the elapsed time sound, it will speak everything. So it will use speech for everything without using the
Stop timer. 3 minutes 00 seconds elapsed. Now it's 22:43.
without using the sounds that you have added, even if the remaining time and the current time sounds are present. Now let's move to answer and end calls functions. 2 functions were added to the main menu. Also, you can assign gestures to them to answer and end calls. We all know that we can use the play pause gesture or function to answer calls and to end them as well, which is assigned by default to the double tapping with 2 fingers. But with Android 14, this doesn't work with WhatsApp. It was working with Android 13, but it doesn't work with Android 14. The new functions include WhatsApp as well. So if you assign a gesture or use the function from the main menu to answer the call, it will answer the WhatsApp call, and it will also, when you are in a call, it will turn on the speaker, the loudspeaker, and the end call should end the call. On Android 14, the WhatsApp incoming call screen is not a full screen window. So it takes only a small portion of the screen, but the functions will work even if this is the case. So they should work. So this should help in making answering WhatsApp calls easier. Also, you should note that in order to end the call, you should be in the call window. You shouldn't be in on your home screen or in another app. You should be in the ongoing call window for the end call to work. If you don't want to use the functions and you use the shortcut gestures to answer and end incoming calls, you find the setting in the operation settings, show default, gesture default settings, then shortcut gesture settings. You can use those gestures to answer and end calls, and they will work also with WhatsApp. Also, I tested, but on Android 13, the Telegram app, and the functions were able to answer and end the Telegram calls. Thank you for listening.